What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Mac 9 DS 4.25 comp video series. Today is episode 3. That means it's range day. Alrighty guys, early in the morning, first rounds with the Mac 9 DS 4.25 comp. The optic isn't even zeroed in yet. I'll be shooting Magtech 124 grain ball. Let's see how we do. All right, feels good. Checking out the ejection pattern. Nothing too crazy, nice little pile there. All right, so the first rounds check out. Let's keep on going. Alrighty guys, so nice and windy out. Maybe it'll rain, but it's beautiful out for a range day. I went ahead and zeroed the optic off camera. I went with a 15-yard zero. So we're good to go there. I got 3 steel targets in front of me, 15, 10, and 25 yards. Let's do 2 rounds each. Nice. All right, let's try that again. Nice. Woo! All right, so I'm gonna run the staggered 1, 2, 3 drill. I say staggered because the targets are not lined up at the same distance. Again, 15, 10, and 25 yards. So a little more challenging. Let's see how we do. Nice. All right, one more time. Nailed it. Guys, so here I got one of the T-Sauce 17 round magazines that came with the pistol. Let's see how it does. Chambered. All right, lock back, looks good. And this is a Prodigy 20 round mag with a CNC modified OEM base plate. Let's see how it does. Knock down my target. All right, good to go. Alrighty guys, let's speed it up a bit and try and get you some close-up shots of the Mac 9 DS 4.25 comp in action. Guys, final thoughts after 200 rounds with my Mac 9 DS 4.25 comp. Let's go with the bad first. Of course, not a fan of how slick, plasticky, and how plain the grip is. Don't get me wrong, it feels good in the hand, but it is a tad bit too slick. I suppose if the conditions are dry and your hands are dry, it would work well, but factor in moisture, water, or fluids, and it's gonna be very slippery. So gotta look into some wraps for sure. Also, not a fan of the thumb safety here. Nothing wrong with it. It worked well today, no issues whatsoever, but it's a little bit too weak for my taste. Might have to swap out the plunger spring. The mag release is a tad bit stiff, but it works, no issues there. It is what it is. Also, I think it's worth mentioning that the lightning cuts on the slide are big enough for you to drive your finger in them. So if you press check over the slide or rack over the slide like that, it is possible for your finger to make contact with the barrel, and if that barrel is hot, you will most definitely feel that. So on to the good. First off, 200 rounds with zero issues whatsoever. It ran perfectly fine. Again, was shooting Magtech 124 grain FMJs. The cycling of the firearm is very smooth, very fast, and of course that big ass trunk port right there is most definitely doing its job. The extended slide stop right there is a huge plus, and the 3.75 pound trigger pull feels great, especially with that small trigger shoe. The magwell, works well on your reloads there, and again, running CNC modified OEM base plates that work with the Mag9. I'll post here where you can get them. They're like $4 or $5 a piece. 15 bucks. I got 3 of them. Good to go. I guess you could file down your factory base plates with a Dremel or with a file. File down the upper lip of the base plate to make them work, but I didn't feel like mutilating my original base plate. So 15 bucks, like I said, 4 or 5 bucks a piece. Why not? The optic and plate are on there, rock solid, no issues there at all. The witness marks have not moved at all, and again, using aftermarket plate screws, not the included soft steel Allen head screws that were included with the Mag9. So again, you guys, like it so much. I really love this pistol. I am really in love with it. I plan to run it a lot more. You'll be seeing it on this channel a lot, and possibly compare it to my TSOSH 1911 DS Carry, which is the Mag9's little brother, I suppose. And really like it. I mean, what more to say that I really like this pistol that I got for 880 beans. Very impressed with it so far, you guys. Like it a lot. So, thank you for watching. I appreciate your support. Don't forget to like, drop a comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Peace.